Hey, I don't know anything about Iconoclasts. I've never played it before. I know it's a Metroidvania. I guess that's it. So I'm totally blind. Darkstar has been talking about this game pretty much since I started streaming. What else did this developer do? He did something else fairly recently, right? But it's beautiful sprite art and pixel art and good Metroidvania gameplay. It's been recommended that I play on a harder difficulty than the defaults. Turn the volume down a chair here. No, 2 Love 2, that was it. So this is his, let's make a real full game experience, harder mode. Oh, Art for Shantae and Legend of Princess, that's right. We played those. Darkstar's been talking about this as it's been in alpha. Like, when there was just like a demo level and the developer was working on it. So I'm excited to play it at last. 2008, no kidding. It finally came out. What was the Metacritic for it? I didn't see. I assume it's been well received, right? The art is gorgeous. Like, this is probably my favorite style of pixel art. 89, it's pretty good. She has a lot of animation cycles too. The style of art reminds me of... I'll see if I can post it in Discord later. I can't describe it well enough to find a link to it. Okay, jump. Music's pretty good so far. There's this guy that used to do pixel art animations, like flash animations. You'd put them online. They were just insanely high quality, insanely high number of animation cycles. Really impressive. I'll try to find them and link them later. I like that these signs just show you an image that you can do something without having text. No Mega Man problems. Game is gorgeous. Start with a charge attack. That's nice to know. Oh, if I do the charge, I can't fire the gun as much. Interesting. I like all the extra environmental features, like the falling leaves. Improvium. I think it has a slight homing effect, that's cool. Okay. Hold and charge to blow this shit up. Very good. Oh, I see. It's a key that I can pick up. Which I used to open this chest. Very good. More Improvium. What's going on down here? Is it a boss fight? It looks like a boss fight arena. Whoa! Now, is the charge shot generally less efficient DPS-wise versus spamming shots? Or is it comparable? I think the recommendation on playing harder mode is that it's really easy to just trivialize the normal mode. You take so little damage, and you do so much damage you don't have to pay attention to mechanics. Spam, the DPS is higher? Okay, thanks. I like that it's harder mode, not hard mode. Like, it's kind of acknowledging that the game itself is not meant to be terribly hard. Slightly more difficult. Charge shot's better if you can only hit infrequently. Okay, good to know. Cool. What's that little icon in the corner? Is it a saving loading icon? Trying to figure out what it actually is. Crouch and crawl. Checkpoint. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Little guy with a gate. Probably need to get an upgrade to get through that. No jumping on ladders. La Mulana style. No, it's a secret area. Okay. Well, now I know it's down there. Now, could I have walked into this wall previously, or is that now just a shortcut that's been opened by having done that fight? See if there's anything else over this way. I don't remember. Could have walked into it previously. That's cool. I fought the boss from the other direction. So that's gonna be like a grapple thingy, I assume. Yeah, I don't know how I would have gotten to the boss if I could have come at it from the other direction. You know? Metallium. Oh, maybe the ladder's blocked off? That would make sense. I tell you there's something else to look for here. Curious to see how the Impruvium and Metallium work. It's a traditional Metroidvania. I'm a big fan of the lack of like opening cutscene. You're just doing stuff because it's a video game and you do things in video games. Cool. I see. They're Castlevania Destructibles. Whoa! Oh yay, she's here. Agent Black, and this is my partner, Agent White. I love their sprites, they look so good. Robin, 17, Soul House resident, no assigned occupation, daughter of Polro mechanic. Get your backstory out of the way. Time to get a job, right? Mechanic's daughter may be picking up his wrench. Too true to this most horrid of accusations. This could be passed down to his little darling. What she could do with it? A lot of penance in the settlements. I wasn't expecting there to be dialogue either after the way the game opened. Private practice is a sin, and private mechanic for worse. Sinners need to be punished. He, the Almighty, dislikes secrets, and ivory fuel should not be touched by improper hands. Yeah, right? Reminds me of Fujin and Raijin from Final Fantasy VIII so far. Has a date with fate. He has a really simple, like, breathing animation cycle. Cool. Yeah, naturally. Sweet. I like that gets removed afterwards. You have to remember that it was there. Can I wrench that? Cool. I can. Cool. Probably about to teach me that on the next screen over to the right there. That feels good. Nice, Huggy. I can just mash the confirm button to quickly save. I wonder why it lets you pick a file each time. That's interesting. Overstun. Okay, I can't use that to bust those. Let's Progression mechanic, and then it lets me grab onto these thingies. Oops. Ooh, shit. Okay, can't melee this guy, it looks like. Perhaps I can charge him, though? Need to flip them in some way. Interesting. I can't just swing on this indefinitely, it looks like. I can't. Maybe I need to get another power-up to be able to interact with that in a way. Hanging out. Okay. Nothing else to do in this room for now, it appears. I may as well go find out how the wrench is actually supposed to work on the next screen. I'm sure there's a tutorial for it to the right of the house. Oops. Okay, I like that you have a melee even if your gun is recharging. The charge shot recharge feels kind of clunky at the moment, and I'm excited to... Maybe there's an upgrade that'll change that later on or make it recharge more quickly. But having the melee makes it feel less bad. Full heal for that. During inspections, the road may be closed at no time should any citizen try to open the roads by use of illegal tools. Okay. Oh, right trigger works too. That's much more convenient. I see. I have to keep pressing the button to use it. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, I probably have to stop these assholes. Cool. Those don't break. Good to know. Now, was the thing that was floating in the air, I couldn't wrench that earlier, right? I need another progression upgrade to get that thing off to the left of the house. I see. Spinny attack. It's like a little key. Thank you. Make sure I wasn't missing something there. Correct. I see, that door doesn't stay open indefinitely. Gotcha. Hey, I can wall jump. It's a good way to make sure you know. That was the first time I needed to do it. Oops. I like the ground pound, feels good. Sorry. Rude. Presumably that one's only temporary as well, so we gotta move. I guess if it's green, then we know it's permanent, right? Okay, that one's green. That's fine. Presumably can't do anything with that little lock. Don't have a progression upgrade for that yet. Whoa! There's the key. Nice. Way to make you fight a boss before you leave. Whoops, wrong button. Gotta kill a little mini boss, right? How big was the team that made this game? I'm guessing the artist did most of the game design. One? Oh, really? Even the music? That's impressive. Haha. Classic. Perhaps the most classic boss mechanic ever. Make a charging enemy run into a wall. Damn overachievers. I know, right? But how does the wall jump work? Are there only certain surfaces I can do it on? Yeah, I was about to say, Propagable, that, like, the dialogue definitely feels like a single-person game. Like, it's not a problem, but you can tell there wasn't somebody editing it, and it definitely has that kind of feel of, at least I'm basing all of this on the very first interaction, but, like, the dev has all this cool ideas of the lore of the universe in their mind, and they're trying to, like, get as much of it out as quickly as possible. I see. You need to jump over and ride it as it pops up, I think. Maybe not as easy as I thought it would be. Oh, I see. Makes more sense. All the way around. That was something that I was really surprised about Undertale. I thought Undertale was gonna feel very single dev, poorly edited, but there were only a couple sequences that felt that way. For the most part, it was pretty reserved. It knew when to shut up, you know? Wait, I have to press up to pick it up. I had to be standing on top of it and press up. Okay. Gotcha. Am I nutty? I did wall jump earlier, right? I just have to be able to... maybe certain surfaces you can wall jump off of. Switch release sounds cool. I'd like to have this game on Switch once I beat it. Okay, getting used to that. Technium! Yeah, that whole issue with, like, the writing on single developer games isn't really, like, the fault of, the developer. It's just the fact that any content will be better if you have an editor, you know? Just a second person to tell you when to cut stuff. Ouch. Oh, I see. Okay. And it drops down, sure. Gotcha. I'm gonna be quick about it. Yeah, right. I know exactly what you mean, Propagable, games like this. It's cool that it's like shaking there to show that it's stuck against it. That's a nice little graphical effect they didn't have to do. Cave Story feels a lot like that too, right? Like, I like Cave Story a lot. But it definitely has that feeling, for sure. I might not be able to get this guy. Melee doesn't work. Perhaps it's an ability we'll unlock later. Yeah. Cave Story is a good comparison. Yeah, you're playing Cave Story and it's like, there's like a lunchbox guy? And clearly it makes sense to the developer that there's this lunchbox fellow. I love that game. Cave Story is outstanding, but it's inscrutable. Like, it's like he wrote a novel about his setting, and he assumes that you've read it, even though it doesn't exist. Hey, Robin, you look well. I'm glad. Did your brother schedule again? Elro's not home yet. We might be back at any point. House 8, and their agents running around. Go visit some of your friends in case he doesn't turn up. Okay. Yo, Dad's not back. So we can stay longer. I love all of the commitment to, like, unique housing backdrops and stuff. You can kind of get away with not doing that in pixel art games. Yeah. Balrog. Yeah, that'd be a cool way to do it. You know, I almost kind of feel like there's a market niche for that. Because the problem is, how do you... how does money enter that equation? Because I don't know if there's a huge amount of value to a single-person indie developer and getting a contracted editor like that. Maybe they can help. Oh, tweak crafting. Lacking capacity to hold tweaks is a depressing sight. Do men such tragedies? Hey, tweak stack slots. Okay. Tweaks are small, helpful feature bonuses. You can make them at workbenches, providing you have the materials. Materials needed are mainly focused in treasure chests around the world. Each tweak will list the number of materials needed. Oh, contracted editors are becoming a thing in the indie tabletop RPG space. That's cool. So I've always focused my D&D games around, well, since starting streaming, making everything be a surprise for stream, but I might prefer to stream my creative process in the future and get, like, stream input on designing the adventure and just make sure the players never watch those. Could be fun. Ivory squares. Okay. Iron Heart protects you against damage once. Increases wrench, swing guard. I like the yes, no. I didn't even notice that on the save screen earlier. Okay. Cool. Flash Unity games make it to an aggregate like Congregate or Newgrounds where they end up on Steam. Oh, yeah, I like that concept. That's cool. I mean, maybe you can... I feel like there's gotta be developers out there, or publishers out there that see how successful indie games are right now and want to come in and help get a piece of that pie, but I guess part of the problem is you run into issues where, like, Iconoclasts is a 10-year development cycle. Once you enter into agreement with a publisher, you're expected to produce a result, right? That's hard to do. Oh, I have to go to the save point to equip my tweaks? I missed that. Equip tweaks. Contract editors are part of sci-fi fantasy writing. Community Center. RE. I'll say it was trash yesterday. Mr. Andrus is staying with us now, but Mrs. Andrus got crushed or something. Yeah. Ivory fuel is becoming stupidly expensive. Oh, I love all of these characters. This is some of the best pixel art I've ever seen in a game. It's outstandingly good. The moon has been coming apart for decades now. The more it crumbles, the more penance seems to happen. Because of sin, isn't it? Okay, pieces of the moon could fall on us. Couch is filthy. They stop working below the health threshold. They're at your health bar. Oh, that's cool. What's the little... Oh, the dot is... Okay, so I could try to equip them in an order that... Like, I want my best perk to be all the way on the left so I can use it as long as possible. Okay. Lower. Him with a capital H. City 1. Whatever, dude, that's cool. Here to help somebody again. She's very, like, bouncy compared to some of these NPCs. Can't save your soul for you. Drew up a few maps of the caves. Nothing in the scripture about doing that. Okay. She's just very energetic. Hey, what's up, kid? Check it out. Pontus! What do you think you're doing? Never succumb to such a needless demise. Alright, bad influence, whatever. Don't do wrenches, right? Engineering. Not even once. I like that. Hi. Joel. It's not a self-insert by any chance, is it? How much hair gel is needed? Go. Let me get to that key up top there. Hello, Sunflower. How's the hair on a house 4? Oh, I just noticed the numbers on the houses. Okay. Concern. There's a lot of nouns in this game. Ivory slip. With the volume of dialogue in this game, how speedrunnable is this game? Or is there like a mode that skips most of the mandatory stuff? This feels a lot like Cave Story. In fact, it's the closest Metroidvania I've played to Cave Story, I think. One concern exists to keep the heathens from perverting our faith. No forces will have preserved untouched planets. Anti-technology. Link between him and ourselves. Gifted the power to control the shape of our world. No penance there. Very speedrunnable. Okay. Ivory's the energy that enables all of our technology and electricity. Okay, it's not necessarily anti-technology. Only mechanics and engineers blessed by Mother's own hand may touch ivory. It's like Final Fantasy X, then. Most a commoner can do is handle ivory batteries handed to them. I know everything. Hey, thanks for the ivory battery. Tools, wrench, stun gun, collection. Oops. I really like the menu too. It's really sleek design. It's gonna be the next GDQ? Sweet. When is that this year? So eventually I'll be able to move those blocks. Letitia. I've heard of you. You might have heard of me. That doesn't matter anymore. Thanks. Even like the design of the church is really cool. Look at anywhere else to explore. I didn't get any progression upgrades from coming in here. Can't move that block. There's nowhere I can get to open this door. GDQ is June 24th. Oops. Maybe I need to... I did get the battery. Maybe the battery interacts with something later. I'm sorry, prop. Watch on 2x speed a lot. Shit could help. Alright, maybe we'll backtrack and see if the ivory battery powers something that we previously couldn't power. Now, does he need me to bring it to his house? Thanks. One day AI streamers will steal my job. Right. Concern jobs forcing me as always. No hiding from the penance. Can't just switch jobs. Got your career chip installed. Hedonism. You're doing the thing. Such insubordination. Woe is us. We must partake in such depravity, and so on. Okay, so he's meant to follow the... Or she's meant to... Close your eyes and think of Daddy. Oh no, hedonism, yeah. Like, employee of, like, the church that doesn't really care, but still has to kind of go through. Soldiers, too. The animation cycles remind me a lot of, like, Metal Slug. Egoist! Some freebooter. That's me. I'm in trouble for using a wrench. You guys bomb my house? Should be able to reprogram these stupid doors by now after so many times. Samba said the yellow wire is key. Oriolan wire? What's a seed? More nouns. Previous version just turned into a solid tree trunk. Okay. I actually think I've heard the word noisome before. Is it real? Pirates. Something about my smell. I do want that big monster wrench over there. An extremely offensive smell. Interesting. It's a couple words. Was it? Is it called false etymology or misleading etymology? Like trying to command one to memory right now, but words where it sounds like it means something else, so everyone uses it in that way, but it's actually technically wrong. Can I switch characters now? That's cute. That's probably what the sign says, right? I see, I have to stand on top of it first, okay. To get used to having to stand on top of it. It's weird. Do some Castlevania 3 stuff here. Noisome fumes. Quiet so they don't hear us moving. They only move when they're making a lot of noise. You were overheard. Okay. Okay, that's what they mean by noise, not just generally chatting. Terrible. Concussions. It's one of my favorites. Heard a joke about construction? Still working on it. Would they patch? They made dirty jokes? Oh, they trick you with that one. It's funny. Oh, they were making misogynistic jokes? Really? Did they get yelled at for that? Save progress. Yes, please. Anything else was the same besides the text? We're safe. Hey! Suck on this, looters. It's a pretty awesome boss sprite there. I love it. It's got a similar weak point to the last boss we fought, right? Oh, I see. I need to do something once I grab that. The jokes are bad is how I interpret it as well. Wait, do I have to keep tapping the wrench button? Oh, I see. I need to start pressing the D-pad. Okay, understand. I like having party members for boss fights. It's a cool concept. Okay, gotcha. Whoops. Nice. Oh shit. I was worried about that happening. Try something stronger. Some of these health upgrades would be really nice. I can't quite reach that one without touching the ceiling, though. That would be bad news bears. They probably mean a charge attack. Alright, we'll try it again. Perished. It's a pretty sweet death screen. Nice. Try it again. Oh, there's a skip button. Beautiful. I spent too much trying to get health back there instead of just ending the combat. Boss design in this game is quite good too. I enjoyed it in Legend of Princess as well. Come on. Hey, alright. Phase 2. Whoops. Okay, shoot him in the brain. Shoot him in the robot brain. First try. Mina ducks to dodge the ceiling, show you that you're supposed to duck. It's cool. Breaking apart moon in the background. It's pretty cool looking. Neat. Oh, there's totally something on the wall there. Okay, I have to remember once I can shoot red walls. It's a cool secret. Let's hope we can seat 2. We're only halfway under the water. Move, move! And that's the end of the game. And then they died. Hey, thanks Donovan. 12 months on Twitch. Awesome.
You're super awesome. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Appreciate it, dude. Cool. Game's really good so far, mechanically. Excited to see more of the level design. We're going to take us back to those early laters so much later. Woman washing ashore like some cliched novel. Just a little bit. Yeah. I love helping. The more I think of this game as being like Cave Story, the better. She's gone now too, okay. What does the water do? I can swim in it! Wow, that's unexpected. It's very cool. Still need a progression upgrade to screw with that. It's a really neat swimming mechanic. I like the... even like the little swim bar is cool. Much attention to detail. Tweak schematics sand. Emiko camp, don't tell anyone. It's a secret to everybody. Sure. Sure. Hold your breath in water or gas for a longer time. Oh. See, that feels like that's actually a progression unlocked. It's safe for it. Speed. Alright, I'll try to find the resources for it. The resources in this game are finite, presumably. There's only so much improvium in the whole game. Okay. And it's enough to make everything. Good! I like to hear that. It's a really interesting looking enemy. Oh, I see. Your trinkets come back as you regain health. Cool. The design on the cactus in the background. I'm trying to think of games. I feel like I tend to prefer finite resources. It usually implies authored content, right? Is there a major exception, though? Didn't have trouble making everything. Okay. Sure. Go double check what I actually needed to make the things that I wanted. Grinding is never an issue, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's a new kind of chest that has to open by electricity, which is what that does. Cute. Italian. I think XP is my favorite thing to be finite. I see. Nope, not good enough. Up here. Guy is not damageable yet, appears. Upgrade later, maybe. This is the wall jump, okay. Presumably. I can't get through that yet, right? So they're telling me they want me to grab onto a ledge and then jump from that ledge. Okay, what does that accomplish? But I need to get the key to be able to turn this gear. Maybe that's when that will matter. Alright. Come back here later. Can't believe I avoided damage there. Such a cool looking enemy. So spinny. Oops. Those guys I can't kill. I see. I'll be pretty quick about it. I don't think I can make it up to that up top. I can try really fast. Whew. First try. Hey, now I know. It's a phallic-looking enemy. Yeah, everything's finite and non-missable. Exactly. I think that is part of why I'm so connected to the Zelda games. Whoops. Oh, it's a... Okay, so there's such a thing as a permanent gear. There are no missables? Okay, thank you. Good to know. World 2 is a desert? How classic. Oh, I see. Maybe it's a deflect ability? Gotcha. Parrying mechanic. Chief. No, I've seen a bunch of enemies use that ability. That makes sense. Cute. Yeah, not counting like Breath of the Wild's dragon scale nonsense, but for the most part, that's definitely true. Right. That makes sense. I've seen a lot of enemies use that. It is kind of phallic, isn't it? Just look like a weird lizard cactus monster. We're mostly circumcised in America, so don't associate that particular look as phallic as readily, I guess. Oh, I could see that being really frustrating, prop. I thought I was already in this room. Guess we'll find out. Maybe not. Okay, definitely not. I see. Cute. So we gotta start on the left side. Oh, there's a map on the pause screen. Oh, thank you. Good to know. Metroidvanias without maps can be stressful. Okay, so those guys I should be able to parry. Cute. Oh, they don't die when they do that, though. They just knock them away. Gotcha. That's one. Map shows chest locations. Good to know. Ooh, you gotta trigger it a little bit later than that. Okay. Roger, roger. It's on the top that I would just change, so we'll go do that first. Thought so. I like secrets like that. Looks like I'm able to jump on him. Well, I guess I'll get the chest first. Ivory oil. Okay. Come here, friendo. I don't think I can stop him here and be able to jump on him safely. Come on. I can't hold him in place, basically, is my problem. Okay. If it's possible, I must need an upgrade I'll get later. Jump. I like well-hidden secrets like that one. This guy can't kill yet. The thing I just activated, so I can crawl through here now. Okay, I was in that room before. Gotcha. hit this thing, then it moves the one on the right, and then we move the one on the left, then we can go get the key. Roger Dodger. Map just shows chests in general. Does it mark whether they're locked or not? So what causes the trinkets to regenerate? Is it overhealing above and beyond your max HP, or is it the little blocks you get for killing stuff? Or is it time passing? It looks like it's little blocks for killing stuff. Okay. Is there a name for them as a resource? Large square means unopened, small square means opened. Okay, thanks. Clear on why I was confused last time I was here. Gotcha. Ivory squares. Oot. How long is the speedrun for this game? Like, is there a 100% and any percent? Is it pretty buggy or no? And that doubles as a shortcut to get back up to the thing. Nice. I do like the core wrench gating mechanic. It's a really simple way to have something that always works as like a context-sensitive lock and key. And you've got some design space you can explore to make the lock and key more complicated. 37 minutes, skip most of the game. Is there any hope it'll get patched? It's gonna be hard to reach. Can't move boxes yet. Ah, whatever. Don't think it's possible. Unless if I can bring this outside with me. Can't bring it outside with me. Literally unplayable. I wish I could pick those up without jumping on top of them. There's probably puzzle design around that. That's funny. 2 hours. Okay. Oh, they have a category that doesn't use that glitch. Gotcha. Heat drives me nuts. General Chrome had authority to run all operations anyway. Agent Grey died. Just don't look Agent Black in the eyes. Howdy, friendos. You're not Kirk, you're a girl. A concerned mechanic. I bonked Kirk. Sure. Okay. Sort of our chemicals for weapon making. My personal favorite is the chemical of triangle. That's funny. Circle plus triangle equals sad face. Elevator broke. We don't have the spare parts we need to fix it. Crank this nut to raise the elevator. We'll go down again if you stop. Go back and forth with boxes. You need to put them on the floor that matches the icon on this box. The box, he won't wait, he'll just keep going. Do not mix circle with triangle. Figure out where he's taking stuff, though. Okay, I understand now. I'm just trying to figure out where he was getting boxes from. Sure. That's a failure mechanic. I thought I was going to do that on purpose to, like, blow them all up so I could get out of here. I did it on purpose. That's why I did it! Because they're not the good guys. Yeah. Okay, good. Good. This is dull. Hurry it up. It's going faster now, I see. Boring faster. Those are like boring. That time wasn't on purpose though. Alright. Alright, last attempt. We got it now. Think you know the drill. Yeah. No. We'll die. Faster. If you're new to the stream, Ham Marstead, I'm trying to beat every awesome game ever made. I believe there's so many awesome games out there, it's impossible for anyone to play all of them, but it means we're never going to run out. If you'd like to see a list of the games we've already played, you can go to games.marstead.com. You can see how you can vote for the next awesome game at vote.marstead.com. This game was actually voted onto the spreadsheet, which is why we're playing it now. But if you're just hanging out and lurking, that's totally cool. This is a shit. It's really easy. I think I did it at almost exactly the same time too, didn't I? This is a zero obligation channel. Welcome to you. Alright, first try it. Really easy to, like, default to pressing the button to get the triangle away from the circle. Pay close attention. Truly the Dark Souls of minigames. You placing a CPU. Maybe I can just listen for the sound effects. Oh, it's scripted, isn't it? It's always the same order. I think that's true. That's the one. That's fine. That's enough. Whew. Alright, so I was within one of winning last time. Gotcha. Concussive bomb gun. Roller bomb shots. But it's procured. Roller bomb shot. Bombs roll along the ground. They create a concussive blast. Shoots a missile that needs to travel a short distance before being explosive. Okay. That's cute. Ah, I see. And then I have a button to switch those. Gotcha. It's also very cave story-y. Probably opens up doors that I couldn't get into before. Yeah, if there are 4 floors, the bottom one being empty, it would be easier so you don't accidentally twitch kill yourself. It's read an inspiring story in a book from the Proceeds. A single man almost managed to bring the world to its knees, were it not for the collective efforts of many nations to prevent it. Segregation invasion, something as far as he did. Alright. They did a really good job of just really unique character design, in addition to the sprites being well done, right? They all look very different from each other. Impressed with that. Sorry, one sec. Win for the Archers. Finally a chance at conclusion. Poor delusional juvenile. I also feel like I like this game a lot so far, but I'm going to critique the writing a little bit here and there as we play through it. I feel like he kind of went to town with the thesaurus. Didn't really need to do that. I had a supervisor who used to do that. My old jobs. He'd write performance evaluations and would like shift F7 everything and be like, Dylan is very good at oscillating between tasks. Totally get your stupid loverboy General Chrome down to the camp immediately. Black. Alright, so that's Chrome you were talking about earlier. Good to know. Oh, and I can still charge this thing. Just the poor guy who I knocked out here earlier. I see, it shoots a little missile. Very Mega Man. Still don't have the way to get up there, right? Can I barely make that jump? No, I probably need a progression upgrade to get up top there. Will this kill the red guy? It does! What a treat. Save. First, I was like, there's way too many prompts on the save screen, but now that you can just mash the A button, it's not so bad. So Michael Scott, I know, right? Shows like The Office and movies like Office Space are frustratingly real. Oops, whoops. Okay. So, where was one of the... It doesn't mark obstructions on the map, right? I guess it would mark if there was a wall that I couldn't get through. There may have been one to the east here. I don't remember what was blocking me this way. Oh, the dude who made this isn't a native English speaker? I didn't know that. What's his native language? Swedish, huh? Okay. Roger, roger. I'm about to go way out of my way to find out there was something else I needed to get through that door, but that's okay. No big deal. Best games come from Sweden. Does Overstun do anything as a mechanic? Like, does it award you... Why am I not jumping off the wall like I expected? Oh, there we go. It's like a thing I have to do. Oh, shit. Ouch, did not get the timing I got last time. Gun's kind of hard to control, I'm gonna be more careful with it. I think I just got lucky the first time I did this. Jeez. Getting wrecked on this thing now. I can't stun it. Oh, I can sit here for a while. Okay, that makes life easier. Paradox is the prime example. Thousands of hours running application. How much did you pay for yours? Or does it hurt to think about? Flash when you take damage. Oh, this guy I can probably kill with that. Oh, still can. Huh. Alright, I thought maybe I'd have something in this room to climb up in the middle there, but I can't really jump on his back. Oh, it just makes me bounce a bunch. I thought it was gonna let me, like, bounce higher off the top of his head, but apparently it's not how it works, so let's get out of here. Oh, really? Are you watching at the full frame rate? Or are you on a lower setting than source? I'm gonna need to change the stream settings on if that's happening. Let me let him hit me over here and see if it flashes on my screen. It's flashing in my preview. Okay, I gotta walk the long way out of here. Whoops. We've had that happen in a couple other games when we used to be locked at 30 FPS, where you're seeing every other frame, so I look invisible when I get hit. Definitely a thing. Good lord, Nodovan. Nice. Cool. Kaboom! Early. Is the timing for the parry always the same after you see the indicator, or is it different for different attacks? Thought so. Nice. Means massive damage. Okay, I thought it'd mean like overkill. I don't know if it resulted in a bonus of any kind or not. It's not Swedish. It's from that area. Let's see. suggests there's still something to be found in the top right corner, although maybe it's just climbing up high enough to get to it. Oh, I see, because I couldn't get up there before. That's very cute. It's a nice way to use the same level asset for two different purposes, depending on whether you have an upgrade or not. I'm a fan of that. I guess I don't actually need the level asset to get up there, do I? Howdy, fellas. So this would be doable without the upgrades, but... Sweets. Hooray for finite authored loot. I'm an eternal fan of both of those things. Okay. I gotta get more comfortable with just switching guns a lot. It's not like it's hard to do. I might change the button mapping for it later though. I like having that on the L1, R1 triggers. Save. Yeah. So like the rate at which you find the different ingredients for crafting isn't really calibrated to make sure that you're able to unlock certain tweaks at certain points. This is the one that's potentially a progression upgrade. Actually, Fleetfoot could also be a progression upgrade. I kind of like movement upgrades in games in general. It could be a little more exciting, I can see that. Try going all the way west. There's a couple places I can explore now. So we still want the thing on the left is the thing that gets broken last, right? Having Ironheart on the right seems correct. Oh, I see what's happening. It's not the way I was expecting that to work. Okay. Oh, I see. Makes sense, propagable. Okay, still need a new upgrade to get west, that makes sense. Penis lizard cactus monster. It's a neat way, though, to divide upgrades into multiple smaller parts. Like, if you want to have a lot of small puzzles and small rewards that feel like they're giving you progression and power upgrades, that can be hard to do if you want to have a limited total number of available upgrades to the player, so you can split them up a little bit is a neat way to do that. I see. Can I aim this thing? Ah, kind of, sort of I can, I guess. I need to play more Civ. Leon had it on his subblock for a while, and I enjoyed what I played of it. Running. Oh, that timing is perfect. That's exactly what it should be, you know? It's easy to get that wrong in games. We've talked about that a lot back when we were still playing, Mario Maker, right? Like, for a puzzle like this, you want to figure out whatever the timing is It requires you to be frame perfect and then add like a second onto it. Or in the case of a jump, you know, if you need to be frame perfect, you should probably add at least one extra block, if not two. Why to switch guns? Okay. Good relaxation game. Hello, sad person. Should not be your little play toy, forcing me into a dreadful existence. Everyone is out to torment me. Okay. Robin! Oh, that was kind of cool. I like that little picture. I've got a bomb! I'm my own man. She's attracted to him because he's his own man? Summoning something to grow in here. Oh, is he like a plant mancer? One of my favorite approaches that I really like Charade's silent protagonist, Mario in Super Mario RPG. I didn't make that. Whoa! More cool boss design. Ah, it's a pirate machine. My ally from earlier was a pirate. Near him when I'm concentrating. Get him near where I'm concentrating. I misread that. Crawl under his legs. Oh, I see. Okay, sorry. I'm only now seeing the part of the environment. There's a lot going on in the combat. I gotta get him to walk over on top of that spot to damage him. Okay. Understood. First try. There, we got a hit off. Use the bomb thing. Oh, I see. I'll get it next time. I'm just gonna die now. Like I said, they're gonna let you play Skyrim on a Pip-Boy in the new... They're gonna re-release Fallout 3. Gonna make a sequel to the Fallout mobile game. That tells me decisions you make are pointless. Here, buddy boy. I keep doing the dodge. Come here, friend. Neat. Oh, I could have parried that. Okay, gotcha. It would have been some bonus damage. Wonder if he tends to place it in the most inconvenient place for me. I think that's how it works. Let's try to get the parry this time. Okay, the timing is different sometimes. It's good to know. Depends on the attack. Kaboom! Different attacks now. That's cool. I see the parts are like phase transitions. I see. Think I can hurt him with that? Maybe? Yes, I can. I like having face transitions displayed on the screen. That's cool. Okay. I understand how to fight this guy now. Try to minimize my damage into phase 2. Good call on the difficulty level recommendation. I just can't get him to move that far. No, it's not gonna happen. I get kind of lucky on where he chooses to target, I feel like. That's not happening either. If I get too close to him, he restarts. Can I do it? Is it like a retry button, or do I just have to kill myself to start back over? I'm gonna start over. Yo. Excuse you. Let me get my thing equipped here. Oh, I can knock him back? Alright, well that makes that easier. One of those situations where like my strategy before technically worked, but wasn't very efficient. Oh, it just avoids damage. Okay. Makes way more sense. It's a lot faster, too. Oh, I didn't forget that, because I still used that upgrade when I knocked him down, right? And when I was just outside of this room, it told me, here's the weapon switch button, so you can switch back to your normal gun. Since I would have been using this for puzzle solving up to this point, which made me assume I had to use the laser. They're probably telling me that to switch once his phase transition happens. That's why they mention it. So this is where if we were playing on normal mode, this would be extra easy to just brute force instead of dodging his bombs. Well, I guess not letting you crawl under his legs would force you to learn it, right? Or maybe having you crawl under his legs later after you're forced to realize that bombs knock him back. It depends on the person playing it. I think there's a way to have a playtester do that fight and see, oh wow, you didn't realize you're supposed to bomb him, that's weird. How can I change the fight to make sure you realize that? It's not a, like, game-ending issue. Alright, so he's with me now, which is probably a progression upgrade in itself. I felt like that in Legend of Princess sometimes too, where it was like the kind of encounter design where... Can I kill this guy from back here? Oh, that's cute. Eat the bomb. Nice. Once you know what you're supposed to do, you have hindsight conveyance. Like, oh, okay, I guess that makes sense in retrospect. But I guess that's part of the reason why you playtest stuff. Excuse you. You can see how it's reasonable that I was confused, right? Given the switch prompt in the outside the room. And the fact that I could crawl under him. Alright, Ironheart, protection against us. So I can have 2 of those? Let me see. I'm just gonna hold out on that for now. I don't need it. Save. Thanks, buddy. Alright, so we have character who can plant seeds and things to blow them up. And he shoots a cool rifle. We've got a telekinetic guy. Here we are. I wouldn't stress about it terribly much, it's just light commentary on one boss. I'm sure the rest of the game is handled well. So something they can do as well, I think, is this game is pretty good about telling you, hey, the current way you're attacking is ineffective, having the little like X things that pop off and stuff, and that tells you, oh, maybe I should try something else. In that case, I think when I was shooting him with the first gun, those little X's, it wasn't making the plinking, this isn't working noise. They were just kind of passing through him harmlessly. I'm like, okay, this is like a puzzle fight. I'm not supposed to shoot him at all. We stop you before any beatnik pros. Both of us are failed creatures. I know your ambition, but anyone can see how you appear next to Royal. So angry. The religious element of this game is something I really was not expecting as part of the main plot. It feels really heady for like how like bright the like rest of the game's aesthetic is. That's the word I was gonna look for. Don't be shy. I guess light, carefree. Yeah. Destroy religious icons. Go up against known Sensen. Captain Myron. Going against established belief systems. Iconoclasts. This mechanic deserves your attention. Oh, interesting. It's a cool picture. Shattering the old ways of doing things. Curious who all are the Iconoclasts in this case. Hey, Dividend, how you doing? Cool, I love train levels. I once made a YouTube video way back in the day that was a montage of all the different train levels in games that I could think of. I wonder who's the one that's like breaking the mold, if that's the protagonist, changing everything. Update that video. The one-hit knockout, that's pretty great. Looks like they have a parry ability. Reading from the good book, huh? Gotcha. I can see that being really hard without knowing about the parry mechanic. Prop. Let's see if there's a way for me to dodge that. Oh, he's hiding? I didn't realize that's what he was doing. Makes sense. Good call. Not of him. Can't do it without parry. Ah, I see. I guess they haven't forced you to use it. You get away with not doing it. See, I guess that's what it is. So, like, that it's not necessarily that you need to telegraph stuff, but you need to be really careful with letting players have multiple ways to succeed at something when you're trying to teach them, right? So if they're trying to teach you, shoot this boss with a bomb to knock him back, nothing else should work, forcing you to do it. If they're trying to teach you, this is how you parry, you have to parry to progress from that area. And it's cool that for later in the game and for speedrunners that there's different ways to do it. You don't have to wait for the parry. But I think I would say that that's probably the correct way to do things. Not a big problem, like it's a single guy. The game's really impressively done despite that. Okay, circle and triangle we can still mix together to fuck him up, potentially, later on in the fight. Classic. Train the host cause you stress. Don't walk into the helicopter blades. I love that death screen. Oh wow, that set me really far back. Hold on. I guess the first part of the boss fight wasn't terribly hard. Well, that didn't work. Okay. Can you kill them through other means? Ouch. Don't hit the helicopter shield with those. Okay, I see the icon showing her crouching now. Let me see. Oh, okay, they do... The shots hit the little platforms. Yeah, so I think that's correct then. The way you resolve that is you just make it so that you can't damage boost through them. They knock you so far back that you have to learn the parry. Sweet. I really love that helicopter design. Oh, jeez. I need to be running that whole time instead of trying to shoot him, I guess. Oh, wow, I was taking way more damage than I realized. Crap. Let's be more careful with that next time. I realize when you're shooting the bomb. And there's a little reminder of the parry is what that's supposed to be right there. To be fair, I like this game a lot. It's very good. I don't think it's bad by any means. Conveyance and the writing. It's just stuff that very slight tweaks could make it more obvious, right? Game is absolutely gorgeous. Oops. Alright, let's keep running this time. So, like, here, once the helicopter starts chasing you, like, I think the intent is that you run, right? Because you can't shoot it safely without getting hit by all those attacks. They want you to wait for that animation to end and its health to regenerate before you start trying to fight it. But it still shows damage being dealt to it if you run up and try to shoot it immediately. Oh, shit. I don't think I can hide in that. Okay, so I can only hide from the big laser. Gotcha. Excuse you, booty butts. I think I can shoot those away, can I? I just have to avoid them. It's interesting that it's... Oh, I thought its health was increasing. It's because it's going from left to right. Interesting. My bad. I think I just have to back up to avoid damage from that next time. Okay. Gotcha. Use the balls. I think it follows a predefined pattern. Back way up. First try. Hey, royal disrespectful simpletons. Cool. Map transition there was really neat. Standard, you can simply face take and spam stun gun. Yeah, that makes sense. I see why you recommended harder mode. General Chrome. Cool. I love that crash sequence too. The game is very lovingly designed from an art perspective. So a memory of her dad. You sleep a lot. That's nice. You look just like your mother. Sure am. I want to be an engineer. You get upset about how I'm not here very much. Have some fun with your brother's family at our anniversary party, or their anniversary party. Cool. Awake, mechanic. A pirate coming? Oh, he's got a new costume. Hey, it's Mina from earlier. Grab this mechanic tucked and rolled. It's me! Didn't even know her name. Not really a talker. How are you there again? Good morning. Samba and Mina, okay. Guy told me. I'm not super chatty. I kind of like silent protagonists as a video game trope. It's pretty exclusive to the genre, right? I mean, you can certainly have a movie where a character is totally quiet, but it would stand out a lot more, right? We're just meant to assume that the player's interacting in other ways, the character's interacting in other ways. And there's fun ways you can play around with it from a narrative perspective. Go see Mom. In case by bouncing. Exit hatch for emergency use only. Non-vehicular dives without proper gear only allowed for expert divers. And you tell me go far right, I am going far left immediately. I want to see those concerned people again. I won't. Yo. I like the name Dune. You're a Westerner, we could use more mechanics. This is a really cool level. Oh, interesting. It was over here? Oh, I thought maybe I had been here before, maybe not. This would be a way to get out of here back to the left later. Instead of speaking English like us, they communicate by dancing. Oh, that's cool. Different statue to save at. Neat. The settlement, aren't you? Breath of the spirits emanates from the round-leaf plants. Let our children take in that strength for the future. Expression of our love we can regrow as a people. The children we make will bring a brighter future. Yeah, so I feel like the developer has a the setting is really cool. It's just like, how do you introduce someone to the setting is the question. Oh no, caffeine crashing. The answer is just more caffeine. I know, right? You can see how bad I've got it. I just cleaned up this morning my desk. Cat cam. Thanks. I'm an addict. I'm gonna die of phenylalanine poisoning. That's a good way to put it, Prop. In a minute. I've got other shit to explore. Attention to detail on the level design is really great. It's real cold if you're at the bottom of town, but it's real hot at the top, so I stay there. That's a cool skeleton statue reading. Iron Heart. I see, so you could have up to 3 Iron Hearts. Spindle. Get another Breathless one. Yeah, it still seems like that's progression, so I'm gonna grab it. Oh, it's very Cave Story-y. And I wonder if the game would work with all, like if everyone talked the way Robin talks, charades and images, like the early game tutorial signs. Maybe it doesn't work later on. Fall asleep as fast as Robin can. That'd be nice. Ever since I took Chaos's recommendation and started taking melatonin, I'm consistently waking up whenever the sun is out. Feeling generally rested. That's the first time in my entire life that I've woken up feeling rested, like, regularly. Before that, it was almost never. But I still have trouble falling asleep. It's like, at that point, it's like, I don't really want to fall asleep because I'm tired. I want to fall asleep because I want time to pass. I want to skip to the next thing. I'm getting used to the whole having to stand on it to jump on it thing. Yeah. Cats do that too. Ben he snuggles now in the early morning just to see when you wake up naturally, and he immediately starts harassing you if you move or make any noise. Hair's crazy, thanks kid. Crone's a bad influence. Not from here originally. Sure, I can deliver a letter for you. House 10 and Settlement 17. Okay. I'm super sorry, Akifall. That must make it really hard to function. I've had circadian rhythm issues in the past. I used to work a third shift job and it was really, really hard. I had to have blackout curtains. Do you just not respond at all to light when you sleep? Really? That's wild. Me IRL. Diffident. I think I already went in here, right? Okay, yes. Just making sure. Actually explored everything. The attention to detail on some of just the random background sprites, like that girl sitting there. It's like, I wonder if there's a single character sprite in the game that doesn't have an animation cycle. It's truly, completely static. It seems like they always do something, at least. Let's do it. Hey, Mom. She looks different than I was expecting. John came by again looking for you. I like the art on the back walls, too. You're always gone. Interesting. What makes that different from Insomnia, Akifall? Circadian rhythm is one of those things that, like, it sounds so spooky. It sounds like, you know, toxins and crystal healing, and oh, it's the light. I mean, it makes perfect sense, and it's actually a real demonstrable effect. But I remember when I first heard about it, I was very skeptical. But it would make sense that, you know, you could have it not work. Insomnia is a break from your normal rhythms. Non-24 means your own biological clock is off entirely. Super real. Makes sense that it would be, too. It's part of why I recommend you have a blue light filter on your phone, because blue light from your phone can screw with your circadian rhythm. Oh, so it's actually consistent, Aki? Okay, I was curious whether it was just random, but it's non-24. Oh. I wonder if Andrea has that problem. She's never done a sleep study or anything. She has a really serious sleeping problem where... I'll ask her about it. It can cause major jet lag. Yeah, that's... sounds right. Yeah, I didn't first learn about it in a like academic setting. Yukipo, I think I heard about it because someone was like, you should buy a lamp to fix your problems with sleeping when you work third shift. And I'm like, a lamp? That sounds like bullshit. But no, it's real. Divine seeds. Okay, those are the things she was doing earlier. Thanks for the lore dump, Mina. To get her ideas or catch her stink. Pure ivory, and they freak out. Machines, you're guaranteed to break them. Oh. Of course, we just saw Royal was listening in and walked away. Pirate area is awesome. I love it. Really? Studying effects. Okay. 924 is normally found in blind people with brain damage. Interesting. So sleepy. Hoocha! One concern has found us. Secure the people necessary for panic mode. Okay. Swim for the labs. You can't make me. Nice. Should have equipped the other thing. Maybe there'll be a save point down here. Just in case there's a progression upgrade down here. Probably not you. Soldiers will hate her because she's from the west. Working on it. I guess maybe a speedrunner might want it just so they don't have to surface on their way down. Hey, save point. Tweaks. I'm guessing there's a maximum of 3 of any given tweak. Still can't open those crates. It's the electricity effect, which I don't think I can... Need to find something else to be able to use that. Oh, I bet you I can't shoot when I'm underwater with that? Okay. That's correct. Speedrunners absolutely want it. Big glitch is you can trick the game into thinking you're underwater. And air swim. Ah, but it's while you're swimming, it still gives you a meter for how long you're allowed to do it. Makes sense. Cute. How early are you able to do that? That's cool. Oh, this screen. Gotcha. I hope they fix it. Bugs like that tend to bum me out in a way. Oh, that's cool. Slam his little weak butt. Hello! Alright, this is basically the Super Mario 3 fish. Got it. Oh, that blocks me so I can't jump on. I see. I think that's hitting his weak point, isn't it? Oh, I see. I gotta get him to turn around by hiding in the water so I can butt slam his weak point. Yes, they taught me how to fight him in the previous room. I'd probably have to shoot from the water would be my guess. Oh, even the treading water animation's really cool. It's awesome. Nice. First try. Sure. Every game that has a bug like that tends to have a don't do that category. I suppose that's fair. Oh, and they... Oh, that's cool. Okay, bomb moves that thing. They usually just swim out of bounds, not just to skip areas. Okay. Does not give me... any kind of momentum boost. Whew. Did not deserve to be alive there. Guess this game doesn't punish you for getting trapped between a moving thing and a wall. Or I just managed to barely survive it, which is also possible. It's good to know that that works that way. Probably have to come back around and ride that thing now that I... Okay, gotcha. How do I feel about the warp zones in Super Mario Brothers 1? Yeah, you got me there. I guess the game's built with it in mind. I guess you do a separate speedrun category for that too, right? Mario 1, no warp zones. Okay, so I'm gonna hit that from the other side. I guess any percent 1 versus 1% is a separate tracker versus whether or not you abuse a glitch. So at the beginning of the stream, Nodovan made an extremely generous donation and hit the first community goal for the fundraiser. I'm trying to send my nephew Jaden and his dad Kat to PAX, the first ever gaming convention. So we're going to schedule a... I think I can shoot this through there. I see. There we go. We're going to schedule a chiptune stream. My go-live song and sign-off song are written by my nephew. He's a music production wizard. If you guys are ever interested to see how music is written for the NES, he will show it off and maybe write some music. So that's super exciting. I think we're going to schedule that for... It might be this Sunday. I have to talk with Jaden and his parents to see how they want to do it. Can I shoot through that on the other side, maybe? I need to launch that up, but I don't think I have control over the bomb to get it up there. It's pretty big. You got to hear the new donation sound effect, which I'll play one more time when we sign off, because you guys should hear it if you weren't here when you donated. It's pretty great. It was Andrea's idea. Wonder if I can hit it with the missile. I'll try that. I wonder if I can shoot through there. Can I get to this now, or do I need another progression upgrade later to be able to blow that thing up? It looks like the ball wants to roll too far for me to be able to hit it. Oh wait, maybe I can. If I aim it just right. I get it to like shoot so that it rolls backwards, basically, not like that. I'll maintain my question. Is this supposed to be possible? It's easier later. I won't stress too much about getting it right. Getting it to roll back in the perfect timing is really hard. Alright, I'll come back later then. Gotcha. Frustrated. Alright. We got a key for doing all that. I got thrown off for a second. I was so obsessed with trying to get that thing. Hey, there's our lock. Gotta get all the doodads. Yeah. Sound design in this game I think is really well done for the most part. What does it say? Huh. I wonder why they need to remind you that. We've already found several boxes at this point, right? Show you the power of our seeds. No triangle. Cool. Sweet. Can't transfer that through there. It's clearly meant to be a literal plant for later to explain something about the seeds. Okay. I really like the pirate save icon, save statue. There's leading hatches leading the open waters unsealed, so there's risk of encountering wildlife for anyone attempting dives. Just had I freeze. Hey, if you're new to the channel, I'm Marstead. I'm trying to beat every awesome game ever made. There's so many awesome games out there, it's impossible for any one person to play all of them, but that means we're never going to run out. If you'd like to see a list of all the games we've played so far, you can head over to games.marstead.com and you can vote for the next awesome game at vote.marstead.com. Nice, Donovan. Yeah, I'll play it at the end of the stream so you guys can hear it without any game audio at the same time. I think this is what they want me to do, right? It's a little... okay, it's not as janky as I thought it was going to be. Hey! What a puzzle! There's a lot of different paths I can take here. Back up and try to explore. That looks like death. No, it's manageable death. Alright, so that's our only way to progress over that way. Yeah, I like this stage. I really like the water mechanic. It's just an interesting puzzle. Oh, this is what sold you on the game? Yeah. Yeah, the problem with water, I think most of the time, is that the game suddenly significantly changes its control scheme to something it's not as comfortable with using, but the water controls in this are very tight. It's kind of used as a puzzle. Swear on my ancestor, she's cool. Listen here, mechanic. Call us pirates to give us a negative image. Faith promotes procreation for the furthering of our people, but it's still furthering all mankind. Pirates like making babies, okay. Explain the statue. Okay, evil Mario 3 fish. God. Ugh. As stressful as Mario 3. Glass of milk a day, keep them bones okay. Okay, let's explore this further. I think this is optional. I thought this was progress. Oh, are keys discriminatory? Guessing no. There's Zelda keys, okay. Sure. Ugh. They kind of look like the Mario 3 fish, too. Yes, get stuck on that terrain. I love you. How does this guy get in and out of here? I guess he's got a diving cap on. Ivory pustules. Not just too primitive to generate a larger gain than loss if we try to do the same, so these pustules are vital to us. What a pustule? Every ounce of ivory is left of material, it turns to dust. Care and procreation. Interesting. My, seafaring race in my D&D setting are, like, all about procreation and fertility. It's kind of cool. It's for different lore reasons, though, that have not been discovered by the party yet. Whoa! Nix! Yo, what's up, lady? Pray at the Ancestral vessel, but this place is built like crap, constantly changing, and you can't find anything again. No joke. Cool. I don't think I can get to that one at all from here, right? So mostly that just earned me lore, right? Because I just got my key back that I spent earlier. Could have spent it in a different spot and not gotten to use it as readily. I can't get this guy at all, can I? Oh, I got a Trinity key. Thank you, I forgot about that. Interchangeable antimatter keys. Here. I forgot to pay attention earlier to notice if they were doing it. Does this game have, does it color text? Like when characters are talking? I guess it does, because it says like concern is in purple. I think that's a really good way to help you distinguish. If you're gonna go for this game's method of storytelling, which is more is more rather than less is more, it helps to have that. Else you run into that, those guys are a lot easier to kill if you're using the stun gun. I was trying to fight them earlier, I was making it way harder than it needed to be. Electric maintenance. Collecting all the keys here, but bypassing the doors so they could use the keys in a later dungeon. Yeah, that's cool. Isn't that how, how it works in Link to the Past, that it's the same key count for the whole game? There's a way you could get around a game-breaking bug. I personally feel that less is more. It's just my priorities. Careful now. Maybe we'll get the upgrade that lets us traverse that here. That's a shortcut. Escape program sector. Don't need to. I got 3 keys yet. I have the Trinity key. I mean by the 3 keys. Oh, I have to use the regular bomb to do that? Huh. Link's Awakening was the last one to not have keys be dungeon specific. Oh, it does work, okay. This is... all of a sudden we're playing Battle Kid here. I see, and that makes it really hard to hit that. I think you needed the keys being shared across dungeons to solve a otherwise game-breaking glitch in Link to the Past. The Ice Temple, it was possible to get permanently stuck. Ouch. Hey, they're not instant kill spikes though, they look like it. Let's see if I want to go down or up first. Looks like up. Shit. I like having the trinkets connected to damage taken. That's the way it works in normal mode as well, right? Try to reward you for playing carefully, I guess. Precision platforming. What are we doing next? Think about this. So this one we want to launch no matter what. Let's just go out here. Do this first, presumably. I guess it doesn't really matter what order I did those two. I think you can. I think it's kind of a way to get in trouble in Link's Awakening, right? I don't remember though. There we go. That's the only way to get something stuck in there, I see. Come on. There we go, first try. Cute. Can launch that the rest of the way now, presumably. Which was not necessary, but okay. Good. It actually obeys physics laws. It's not just a scripted puzzle. I'll give you beds, dang. That looks like a boss room. Hence the healing. Maybe not. It's just a cool puzzle room. Okay. Now the thing's electrified. What does that do? Kirby Superstar. Having it there lets me get up to the switch up top, which I can't interact with right now. There's like a spinny, rotatey thing that's marked down there. Can't reflip that switch. Can't knock that back again. Okay, what did that achieve? I need to be standing on that to be able to rotate that. Okay, I see. Still can't screw with those things. Try spinning that again. Can't climb up on that. I can't shoot it. Can't spin up. I mean, that's this. Maybe I need to spin my wrench on it. Try that. Can't progress here yet. Thank you. Appreciate that. I have 3 keys. In fact, I have the Trini key, which is an unfortunate name for the key. That was the only reason I progressed when it warned me about don't go through here until you have them. The warning sounds like something that would come up from playtesting. Sure. No, it makes sense now, but... Two electric maintenance, okay. Yeah. So if it's gonna be like a Trini key and like a bi key and a mono key. Can't jump over that. It's okay. Just use you. Use you as well. Yeah, as I was mentioning earlier about the text color, given that there's a lot of unimportant stuff that NPCs mention. I've seen some games try to resolve that by giving you important, like, level clue instructions. I think I have to launch that and be standing out at the same time, I see. Giving you the level clue instructions in a different text colors, so you know, okay, all that was pointless, but here's the thing you actually have to listen to, like... Oh, just a way to get back up as a shortcut. Okay, nothing special. Although, I feel like there's a secret here. Hold on. Right here, right? Oh, getting the timing right's gonna be hard. Map shows Minas Town was invaded. Find scientists with keys. Ah, and hence the question marks. Hoping there's a secret here. That would be perfect if you launched it on top of it at first, right? Oops. So close! Is there a secret there, or am I nutty? I'm just surprised that this is here in the first place. It's gonna launch it anyway. There's no secret? Okay, thanks for confirming. Oh, prefix for 1/3. Not know that. Hey, turned off electricity, that's convenient. reach these jerks. Do like the homing on that attack, just for fast travel. We head back out later. Goodbye, electricity. Hey, it's another key. Not the Trinity key, though. Careful with your seeds. For earning concern machinery. Oh, he gave me one. Okay, gotcha. She's just out and back up instantly. I love it. Yeah, that could work. But it's interesting, it can be really hard, right? Because from the developer's perspective, they did their due diligence. They gave you a warning with a little symbol when you first walk into the area that says, "What are you doing, dummy? Come back here with the 3 keys." But by Trinity key, I think what they meant was this is a third of a key. You need all 3 of them to progress. This is a special triple key, is how I read it. Oops, too late. You guys are butts. Booty butts, you know that? There we go. Shoot your thing at me. Well, it's cool that it possesses the existing robots on the background that we've been seeing in other parts of the stage so far. How we doing? This is easy if you just don't get hit. Thanks! Hot tips. Tips with a Z. Oh, I see. I don't have to fight all these things. Whoops. Well, now it's visually slower. We'll use the baby statue. Get some more good shit. I think this is the right way, yeah. Doo-doo-doo. I know, right? They were dark times, prop. Dark times, indeed. So there's still a key to find here that I apparently missed last time. Question marks are still down here. Thanks for the tip about the objective markers on the map and the hint text. Helps. I'll try to watch that more often. I'm excited for being able to go revisit earlier areas later. This is a surprisingly linear Metroidvania so far. I guess that you can explore within the given areas. But that's also very similar to Cave Story, isn't it? Question is, how do I get down there? Huh. So I can actually get over there right now? Is there an ability that I'm not using? Can I get there from this area, this square area down here? Or is there another path I have to come from to get there? Not from here. Jump. Still wrench. Oh, I've had a key all this time. Totally forgot I had one. Does it mark locks like that? It marks chests? That feels pretty satisfying to do. You guys are dicks, you know that? Look how happy he is. Hey, get him. Oh, so that's another way to kill those enemies. You can stand on top of them and get them to launch some things on themselves. Way to potentially get stuck there. And not realize that you have to parry, you know. That timing better. Oops. This is a cool sequence, cool way to climb back up. Kaboom! Shit. I see. Shenanigan based. Super shenanigan based. Don't die now. That was Trixie. Ha. Now if I shoot... You can't influence other screens, I assume, right? Like, there's never going to be a puzzle that requires me to shoot off-screen. Because that screen doesn't exist yet. Okay, just making sure I understand. Thanks. This has all just been a shortcut anyway. I feel like I should be able to get under there. Might work. Hey, nice. Oh, there's a schematic in here. Sweet. It's the closest thing I have to... Okay, I see. Good enough. Oh, geez, that's rough. We gotta time that. Yikes. Trixie. Good enough. Go, go, go. Nice. Parkour. Okay. Not good enough. That might do it. Jumpy, jumpy, jump. Oh, is this the easier way? Ah, that's what I was actually supposed to do the whole time. Alright. Like, I feel like this feels like really tight platforming for what the game has been expecting of me so far. I like this theme because it uses, Jaden will go into this when he does his chiptune stream. It uses a noise channel for the, percussion, but not for the rest of the instruments. And there actually is some regular percussion too. That's pretty unusual when you do, it's called fake bit, when you combine chiptunes with traditional instruments. Usually the first thing that goes is the noise channel, because it's pretty awful for making good percussion sounds. But in this song it sounds really cool. I like that the whole thing is real instruments, and then you've got that noise channel percussion, static sound. Parkour is a Minecraft thing? Man, I haven't played Minecraft in a while. I haven't seriously played Minecraft since Alpha, back when he was still doing the Friday updates. Soundtrack in this game is quite good. I'm impressed this guy's able to do gaming music and, shit, I see what I have to do now. A little late. It's a shortcut for me to get. Okay, I understand now. Wait, how did I launch that thing in the first place? Was it up there? We'll create parkour maps or platformers. It'd be pretty clunky. So I get back up later. I'd love to have a sticky bomb version of that same thing. So I think I triggered here. Gotcha. Jump, shoot. Oh, maybe I need to shoot that. Okay. Shoot it later. I really like the sound effect on her wrench swing too. It almost sounds like I've heard it in another game. I think I run without a giant wrench. Shit. Oh, it doesn't matter anymore. Okay. Cool. Those are permanent. There's a way to get out of here and a way to climb up here. Answer is gaming abstraction. Protagonist exploration of a game world is oops. Died while exploring. Womp womp. Oh, does it go I guess it doesn't always go all the way to the save point, right? Sometimes it's just the same room. Nope, it was a save point. Bummer. That's a bit of a backtrack there. Alright, don't touch spikes this time. Guy took a lot of damage from these guys last time.
That's a bummer. Bummer.
Yeah. Oh, he blew himself up. Alright, I'll take it. Not good enough. Okay. Poor suicide trees. Well, it's pretty easy to get them to suicide. Guess I know what to do now, right? Knowing is half the battle. Aiming is kind of hard because I have to use the aim button to, I have to use it to, like, it makes me move at the same time. This is where I'd really like to have Metroid's, press to stand still and aim, although I guess I can't use it here regardless. There we go. Maybe. Hey! First try. Save after getting the schematic. So I don't have to do this again. Oops. What's the deal with the little, the X indicator, like little X piece of paper that we saw earlier? Does that mean anything, or is it just kind of an extra thing to have lying around on certain maps? A red X on it. That's going to be progress for later. Here's the puzzle. I'll point it out the next time I see it. There's a piece of paper with an X on it, like in the puzzle from earlier. The little mission that had the triangle, circle, and X things. Hey, it was late enough that time. There's an X. That time it's a conveyance X, it looks like. This is where you want to shoot it. So we're just reusing assets. That's fine. I see. Cute. Got it. Convey an X. One concern, official. Give me your key.
We've got this, Marstead. Where? How? Where?
One concern HQ regularly launches rockets into space. Massive waste of ivory. Moon level later. It's over stun and not overkill. Jump. Oh, nope. It's La Mulana. I can't climb a ladder while jumping. There you go. Ouch. Never unlocked a shortcut to get back out of here, did I? Oh, those things can be killed. I guess that's just a nice little convenience thing. That actually did not work. I thought it would. Maybe the other guy just happened to blow himself up. The timing looked like the bomb killed it. I'm gonna die again. Really careful. Oh, it did work. Oh, the missiles need to cover distance before they can hurt stuff? Okay. Good to know. The bomb balls look like they're okay, though. Don't blow me up, bro! Whew. Nope. Not worth it. Come on. There you go. Get the hell out of here. Oh, it tells you at the beginning about missiles? Go, go! Oh, I thought I did it perfect timing. That was incorrect. That would have been perfect if I hadn't have misaimed the bomb. Oh, I thought I had that one. Bummer. Should do it. First try. Goodness. Take it slow. These things are gonna kill me. Yeah, no. Right. Propagable. Would have been perfect if I hadn't have completely fucked it up. That thing was about to kill me. Forgot it was up there. Hey, we made it to the save point. Thank God. One more thing to get down here, and we've got all the Trinity keys. We do have all the Trinity keys. That was shortcuts. me, bro. Whoa, ouch. Okay, just loot. At first I was like, is this just a shortcut? I forgot where it was leading to. Oops. Now we should be able to get the hell out of here, right? Just a new question mark on the map. Yay! Thank you, map. Might actually work going down through here. I don't remember if I have to go back up to the top to get back to that room or not. They both work. Looks like they connect at least. Does playing on the harder difficulty reduce the drop rate of health? Let me see. Oh, so like they dropped so many health upgrades that, or health drops that you can always heal the full trivially. Yeah, they're pretty rare now. Hey, it's these jerkwads again. I thought they... I guess... I thought I had to wait for them to possess something first. I guess not. Oops. Oh, maybe I do have to wait for them to possess. I can do early damage while they're flying initially, I guess. Whoops, not the attack I was expecting. Come on. Cool, load bearing door. Excuse you. At least if you come here early, the room's already cleared out, right? Oh. Oh yeah, she pops out and says something anyway once you have the keys. Bit overdone. Bit of wrenching from you. Okay. Whoa, it's different from what happened last time. So okay, it's an elegant. It's gonna be so worth it. Uh-oh, it's about to get possessed. No! Oh no! I think they've already planted that those things possess machines. It's a boss! What?
Oh my god. Oh my god! Although actually it was sort of obvious.
Tag one another. Oh, that's cool. I get to control her now. I like that, and we share health. Okay. Let's hit this thing, which makes him go over there. And knock that thing back over. Okay, so I'm very much like the... where it appears they're going with this fight. Figure out the mechanics, so I have to see what I can and can't hit. What's taking damage and what's not. Oh right, it makes me start with this regardless. Come on. Okay. hit the switch up there, but what does that do? Like, she has different ways of doing the same thing. Or maybe not. Can't avoid the damage there. Knocks it to the side when I hit that. Then it can come back eventually. Alright, now the thing is flashing in the bottom right corner. Spin this thing again, maybe? Okay. And then we knock it over while it's stunned, and then she can shoot it. I see. I just gotta do that multiple times now that I understand how it works. Oh, this thing doesn't move anymore? Huh. Oh, now she has to hit it, I guess. Oh, she can reach up there and get to it? Wait. Oh, I see. I understand. Sure. Wait, was that an ad that spawned right there? Separate from the boss? I know what to do now. To give it a couple runs to see what it was expecting from me. Taking a lot of damage in the meantime, but I think I can get it now without taking all that damage. It was an ad. It's like in retrospect, they're trying to teach you stunning the boss and the cutscene that plays beforehand. What that's supposed to mean. Shit. Oh right, she has to hit that thing first, I forgot. Don't zap me. Ugh. Well, it's conveyed, but I'm trying to place what the problem is with it, right? It's like this was something that was true about Legend of Princess as well. I felt like sometimes it's difficult to tell when you're hurting and not hurting the boss, if that makes sense. Like, there's so much going on the screen, and your weapon phases through a lot of the screen elements. So I understand with retrospect how it was supposed to be done, but at first I'm just like, wait, there's a lot going on, I'm taking a lot of damage. Like, if I wasn't taking damage at all, like, maybe the first phase was you just have as much time as you need to figure it out, and now you have to do it under pressure. I think that would be a good way to get both effects. But it's because of the danger that I'm in during phase 1, it makes it feel like I have to rush. Again, these are nitpicks. This is a good game. That was a cool fight. It was well designed. It was smart. I like the art. I like the music. I like the basic mechanics of it. So don't take my nitpicking to mean that I don't think the game is good. It can just be interesting to think. Like, if this were a Mario Maker level, I would make the same comments, right? Oh, this is really cool, but da-da-da-da. If you took the password hidden somewhere in town. Happens all the time. That's funny. Worried me for a second. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. First do the puzzle without pressure, then introduce pressure. Not remove pressure entirely. Exactly. Because, like, figuring out the puzzle with pressure, I don't think adds much. It adds frustration to the puzzle solving process. You're not getting those dopamine hits of, oh, I figured it out, because you're like, oh my god, what the hell's even happening? How do I not die here? Oh, right on, prop. Creation of matrimony. Meeting a new husband and wife on the hull of the vessel or inside of it. That's a cool concept. We're gonna go destroy some icons. Destroy some old ways of thinking. It's neat. Oh, she looks so different. Hey, it's Jerkwads. Unapproved housing, factories, ivory mining, worshiping a giant machine dressing in rags. Giant vagina building. Must flaunt my black escape and proceed with the exsanguinations. Leave a lie to fester through generations, it becomes unwritten law. He's pretty buff. You almost seem as resilient as the most blessed of agents. Yeah. Boss fight here? Neat. It's cool. He's like, Cyclops. We have to deal with other stuff in a later phase, presumably. Maybe I should deal with it now while he's not too difficult and I can burn him down later. Shit. Roll to the left side, dang it! Maybe I can roll that thing further still. There we go. That makes more sense. Oh shit, he's still attacking from back there. Whoops. I think I can launch that thing further than it's currently launched. Maybe I can missile it though. That worked. Oh, maybe this is an alternate way to fight him. I could have burned him down. Maybe eventually we have to run. Something different happened if I had fought him. Forgot about the missile. Oh, that's cool. Since we already did this area and I've been doing it now with ice physics, it's grand. Don't jump though, it turns out. Okay, but you have to slip to be able to fit under those things, I see. Whoa. Ouch. If you fought him, he would forever regenerate health. Okay, gotcha. Now, this is a cool fight. Alright. I'm actually doing this stupid. This is my way to dodge out of here, isn't it? Alright. Yeah, level boss is a nice change, I agree. 100%. keep running. She trip automatically? No, I can make her trip, okay. So you have to trip to slow down? Because I can't really... Can I walk backwards to slow down there? Go, 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 go. Slow by moving right. Hit by exactly the same thing. Cool. Hopefully it doesn't take longer because I have more breath, you know? Or... not appear to be the case. You're stuck in the water, dummy. Hey, checkpoint. Nice. Hurt him until he has to recover. On it. Yeah, it is a cool side-scroller boss for sure. I dig it very much. Oh. Alright, well, we got a checkpoint there, so we'll try it again. He's got water, he's all drenched as he walks over, that's cool. Oh, he doesn't jump. Nice punch. Oh, you put a seed in him? Nani? Yeah, like, checkpoints are literal checkpoints. Bye, Fujin. What the? Oh, the seeds grew out of his body. That's messed up. And his name was White. He had an ivory tree sprout out of him. I'm gonna shove seeds into this man's body. Cyborgs. Erythrocytic blood. So are they using, well, I guess this is a spoiler. Using it in the literal sense of destroying religious icons, or in like the more traditional sense of like, well, like the more metaphorical sense of breaking the mold, doing something very different, changing the way things have always been done? Or is it a double entendre? Erythrocytic is defined as having red blood cells. Thank you. Yeah, I'd never heard that before. Looking out. I like the co-op boss fight with Mina. That fight was really cool. I liked having to, like, do that high five to switch characters. Really neat. It happens. Charge up the machine like before. Reels this time. Thank the ancestors, it still works. turning the max headroom. Did they ever figure out who the source of the max headroom hack thing was? Still a mystery. Labs Ashley to move the base. Just realized I like her walking sound. It's a kind of a fun, cute little walking pattern. Having a guy have a tree burst out of his ass, well, I guess it's out of his body, is a little dark. I wonder if this is going to be like unexpectedly dark, like Cave Story is. Has the developer indicated they were inspired by Cave Story at all? I guess it would be hard not to be if you're making Metroidvanias. Yo. Ouch. Metroid Fusion. Let's see that. Fusion's great. A key I never used, huh? Whole place moved. In the middle of water. Revelation, I went to the west. Okay. Solo indie art is going dark! Inconceivable! It just surprises me from like how bright and colorful, and the game seems like it has a lot of levity in certain parts. His Undertale's like that too, huh? Cool music down here. Hey, I guess I have to fight these guys for once. They take a long time to kill. Yikes. Oh, you don't kill them, we stun them, that's right. It's a stun gun. We're not the murder types. It's a cool attack. Probably have to break his glass shield. Oh no. Guess his shield is... Maybe I can crush him. Neat. Surprised if it didn't go... Yeah, right? For sure. That tag is really good. Who needs a gun? Let's play this like Mario. Every enemy is a Goomba. Oh, okay, not every enemy is a Goomba. That enemy in particular. Oh, what was that all about? You got squished. Squished. Ouch. Oh, this is a good way to teach you how to kill them in case you hadn't learned already by this point. Clever. In case you were just like running away from them up to that point. Yes. Hey, it's a save point. Perfect timing. God is real. Cool. Thanks everybody. That's Iconoclasts. And it will return next week. Go ahead and give you an update on what's coming up. And we're going to get to listen to the new donation song that Nodovan triggered earlier. Because a bunch of people missed it, and it's pretty cool.